Well, howdy there, folks. Welcome back to Stewie MTG and unboxing video. Unfortunately, my light ring has took a dive, and this little piece that holds the phone onto the light ring has decided to go ahead and bust on me. So, fell on the floor anyways. So I apologize if it shakes too much or not up to its normal standards. Gotta order a new light ring or somehow fix the one that I got. So we got this package here from Card Kingdom to finish off some decks. So you're gonna help me look through it and sort it. So FYI, this might be a little bit longer video than normal. So we've got a first one. I think I ordered somewhere around 200 cards. This first one here. Second one. Looks like there's a third one. It's more nice packaging bits for when I sell off some cards. Yay. Or trade. I also apologize in the background. Both my heater and my washer and dryer are going. So we're just going to have to deal with it. Alright, any, many, mighty, mo. Let's go with the bone crank first. Let's set these off here to the side. So, gotten some birthday money in, and so I decided to splurge with about a third of my birthday money. In 2 days, probably a day once this gets posted, I turn the big 4-0. So I guess you call this my midlife crisis purchase. Not a big fancy car or any of that, no, just magic cards. More packaging bits. Let's open this up and see what we got here. We've got ourselves a White Border Ice Manipulator. As you guys know, I'm working on a White Border Tribal, Air Elemental, Flame Tongue Kavu. I'm pretty sure I had one, but I picked one up just in case for Kavu Tribal, Eastern Paladin for White Border, Curse Artifact for Curse's Tribal deck. I'm working on Thunderscape Familiar for Kavus, Stone Kavu, Mire Kavu, Kavu Recluse, Caldera Kavu, Amphibious Kavu, Slimy Kavu, Skittish Kavu, Serpentine Kavu, Rooting Kavu, Pouncing Kavu, Kavu Titan, Kavu Scout, Kavu Chameleon, that's definitely seen some play. Hooded Kavu, Fire Screamer, Firebrand Ranger for soldiers, that's got a little play on it as well. Curse of Misfortunes, we got ourselves Boomerang, Kavu Glider, Western Paladin, Sky Diamond, Sibilant Spirit, Library of Nat Lamb, Deflection, Daring Apprentice, Provoking Sorcerer, Word of Binding, Water Elemental, Spell Blast, Frozen Shade, Black Knight. I had a Black Knight, but it was really messed up, so I decided to get another one. A couple copies of Blanket of Night. If you guys don't know this card, it is a great replacement if you do not have Urborg. Each mana-producing land is a swamp in addition to its normal land type. So if you're in, let's say, a mono black deck, and you play a lot of non-basic lands, and you are using your Cabal Coffers, this helps with your total count. So I got a couple copies of that. Maggots of the Future, got a couple of copies of that for some existing decks. We got a Fire Maw. Why did I get 2 Fire Maw Kavu? That's a great question. I'm gonna have to look at my invoice list. We got a Maw Core for my Pinger Tribal, which should be just about done. Handwear Militia Captain for soldiers. A Curse Witch for Curse's Tribal. Argus Koss for soldiers. Treasure Chest, Magda Treasures. Curse of Wizardry. It was just a few cents more than the non-foil version. Sparkcaster, Radiant Kavu, Pygmy Kavu, Kavu Predator. Got a Catapult Master, soldiers. Ballyrush Banneret. Soul Herders for spirits. Got a couple feature sites. Galvanoth for my Sidri artifacts. Kavu Predator. Yamavaya Kavu. Vicious Kavu. You picked me up some scouting tracks. I've actually been really enjoying this, and it's one of those things. I played heavily in Invasion. Search your library for any number of basic alien cards, reveal them, and set them aside. Shuffle your library, then set those cards on top of it in any order. So this is going to be perfect for my Omnath landfall. Because at some point you get your board set up with all of your enchantments that create +1/+1 counters, life gain, tokens, etc. And you just pay them off by putting lands to the top of your library. We've got ourselves a Rogue Kavu, a Raging Kavu, and last but not least, a Kavu Runner. That was the first box. Now let's look behind door number 2. So, I know a bunch of these are going to be the lands for my White Border Tribal. I've not ever really been a big fan of White Border, except for Revised holds quite a bit of nostalgia for me. More of this. Goes in the box with the rest. Like I said, this is probably going to be a longer video. Sorry, guys. And I also picked up some staples while I was at it, not just picking up cards for decks. So we've got Kavu Monarch, Kavu Climber, Kavu Aggressor, Hunting Kavu, Ancient Kavu, got Curse of Shaken Faith, Curse of Obsession. Sacred Fire is for another deck that's already existing. Whispering Wizard. This is going into Spirits. Sunstreak Phoenix for Phoenixes. Rotcoil Creeper. Markov Retribution and Markov Pilfer. Gift of Fangs. Geistflame Reservoir. Edgar's Awakening. Dormant Grove, which flips into, if I remember right, a Treefolk. We've got Dawnheart Geist. Whenever you cast an enchantment, you gain 2 life. Curse of Leeches. Chaplain of Alms, Cleric Tribal. Lantern Flare. Grolnok to finish off my Frog Tribal. I can finally sleeve that up and do a deck tech on that. Edgar for Vampires. Voldaren Estate. Uvenwald Oddity, if I remember right, that's for Beasts. Henrika Dormathi, Vampires. Geistlight Snare. If you can, it costs 2 less if you control a spirit and an enchantment. Curse of Stalked Prey, Curse of Oblivion, Curse of Death's Hold, Bitter Heart Witch. I already have a dinosaur deck and a beast deck, in which Kahira can go into. Kavu Primarch. I'm 90% of the way through Hezezon already. I just didn't have the commander to go with it. The same thing with Zara, I don't know how to pronounce that. Insect Tribal. Let's put those up here. Anafenza, Soldier. Kavu. Curse of Thirst. Then I saw a pretty good deal on some Paths of Ancestry, since I do a lot of tribal decks. Put those over here, as well as some Mossfire Valleys, Darkwater Catacombs. They had some command towers that were relatively inexpensive, and same thing with Blighted Woodland, and another Blighted Woodland. So those are the lands. Now on to the last of the packages. And sorry if you can hear my wife roaming around upstairs. The house was built in 1941, and the Floorboards Dew Creek. Great way to know that my daughters are up roaming around late at night, though. Listening for that. You know that they're up to no good. So what do we got here? Got ourselves a sticker. It looks like Untap Upkeep Board Wipe. If it will come out. All right. And a Gobbo token. Another Blighted Woodland. And you're seeing a bunch of white border. This one should go pretty quick. Seal of the Guild Pack I've got for 5-color tribal. Curse of Shallow Graves. Curse of Chaos. Sylvetri, which is the commander for my white border tribal and or Nebuchadnezzar, depending on how spicy I want to get. Remove Soul. Kavu. Kavu. Got ourselves a legacy weapon once again. Kavu Mauler. Kavu Howler. Bloodfire Kavu. Got a Book of Vile Darkness. In tribute to MTG Ghoul Dude. Sisay's Reign. Memory Lapse. Mawcore, there's the other. 7th edition version. Dark Banishing. Relearn. Mana Prism. Charcoal Diamond. Force Spike. Twiddle. Pirate Ship. Carrion Ants. Blue Elemental Blast. Unsummon. Got ourselves some revised swamps. And some revised islands. Got ourselves a Future Sight and a Drain Life. Well, this has been my unboxing, guys. Sorry for the 12-minute long video. Stay tuned, as very soon we'll be having deck techs for White Border Tribal, Kavu Tribal, Curses Tribal, and various other decks, Frogs Tribal. Those for sure are going to be completed, and Curses Tribal with this. Well, this has been Stewie MTG, and I will catch you all later.